Yo, welcome to Team Raddtitan, and today our boy Joe, the crazy Cockney lad, has brought us the Shin Akuma original by Pop Culture Shock. So we are going to be checking this piece out, giving our thoughts on this grail statue. So let's see if it lives up to the hype. Yeah? Stay tuned.
Alright everyone, we're back. So what we're going to do then is we'll go over the box quickly and sort of typical sort of Pop Culture Shock box there. So you got the Street Fighter statue on the front, Capcom Pop Culture Shock.
A little bit of toilet
there,
bit of toilet reading.
Statue there, and then you got the toilet reader on the back. This one doesn't actually have as much as the others do, but there you go. Do you want to read through it?
It's 2007, yo.
Yo. Do you want to read through it? So it's actually
Satsuno Haru, the murderous intent. That's enough. That's all I'm doing.
All right. What we do then is we'll do that. We'll probably add a picture if you really want to read it.
Yeah, let's do that.
There you go. And what this has got here is should have the edition size. So this is 103 of 190, and this is the
190.
Yeah.
This says 185.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That says 190.
They always do that, don't
That means there's 5 eyes proofs in, I guess.
they? Yeah, that's why it's about.
Retard!
You got a fake one, man.
185 of
And
190.
yeah, what you get with these is you get these cards, which I do really like these cards. I think they're a really good idea. I think they're very simple, but it's always really nice to sort of have next to your statue to actually, just so you have the edition size or something next to it.
Ooh, that's
want
nice.
to know, even though this one doesn't match the box, but we won't go into that.
Yeah, we won't focus on that. And this is, you get this with it.
And you get an art print signed by Alvin Lee.
Wow, I like that. I like that art as well. That's cool, man.
Can anyone else see it?
Oh, sorry.
There you go. Do you want to have a look? There you go. So that's the art print that comes with it as well. So yeah, it's a really nice art print. That's really cool. And then Joe,
You're
make
up,
an
mate.
appearance, Joe.
You're up, Joe. Watch the wires.
I'll come around this one, mate.
Let's make sure we get your lovely brown legs on tape, mate. That's what I'm asking, you know what I mean?
Do you want to put that over? Put it back in the bag.
Thank you very much. And here he is. Now, as my boy Joe would say, this will set you back about 3 bags, which I don't know what that means.
3 bags of sand.
3 bags of sand.
Grand.
Yeah, that's our Cockney boy. So, but you better get up the apple and pears to get the money under your. What's Cockney for mattress? Anyway, so it's quite an expensive piece. It's actually rose a lot in value over the last few years.
And it's actually, when these were released, these were the first 2 pieces from Pop Culture Shock. So you had the regular and the Shin. So even if you look on the back, it actually says 002 is the sort of size. So the actual like serial number.
Yeah,
So
okay, yeah.
Item number AKUMA002.
Wow.
So yeah, this is like the second piece they made, and it's like the sort of exclusive. When this actually came out, they sold this onto the Sideshow website, and I think it was like $250 to $300, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
And at the time, it was 190 or 185, whichever one it was, and they were struggling to sell them. The same as the Doom on Throne at the time. They couldn't sell them, no one wanted them.
No, of
and they were
course.
like so cheap compared to now, and people would snap them up. But this,
Expensive though for the time in 2007 to pay up for a statue ain't cheap.
well, this this is rose in value by a lot.
Well,
what's that?
10 times the value. It's 2.5 grand. It's 10 times the value. Isn't it? For 2.5
So,
years.
what is with
And but it's gone up more than that, because that's dollars, and this is like pounds we're talking.
yeah. So with this, it's the usual Pop Culture Shock style bases. So you got the museum base, which is just a plain kind of matte black. Not really much to say about that. That's kind of what
He's got
the
like
style is.
Gandhi flip-flop feet, man.
Looks like my feet. My feet bad. If they were hairy, they'd be my feet.
I have to say, I don't like this. I'm not even going to lie about it. I don't like it at all. There's something about it that I just don't like. I have to be honest, the sum of its parts, I don't like the material. The material is some of the cheapest, crappiest, rubbish stuff I've ever seen. It's really badly stitched. It's really badly designed. It looks fucking awful. That's the brutal truth. I don't like the sculpt at all. I have to say that. I don't like the shade, and I like the colour that he is, and I don't like his abdomen or chest in any way. There's something about it that's just horrible. His whole abdomen area, especially front-wise. My problem actually is more the front than the back. I enjoy the back a lot more. There's a lot of muscles in there, and I don't even know. I think there are muscles.
So it's more the anatomy side of it.
I don't like it. I think it's really over-exaggerated, and I think there are muscles here that don't exist, and that really bothers me. And also the fact that he has some weird scarring almost in his anatomy. His abs, the way that they're put together, they look really strange because the bottom, the meatiest abs, the ones that sort of run around the bottom of your abdomen, are small, and the ones above it are bigger, which just doesn't make any sense. And they have these sort of like triangle-like gaps in between the abdomen that just make it look kind of untidy.
I think though, with the kind of Street Fighter style though, the Street Fighter does have that kind of style where they are jacked like that, and they have all the fake muscles. I mean, that's the same as the Sosa Ryu and whatever else.
It's like it's lacking that sort of smoothness that a lot of these sculpts have.
These are hand sculpt.
Yeah, I mean, that will probably explain. I mean, that fact.
Well, the story about the original Kuma was allegedly that Jerry was actually famous for movies anyway. I mean, he's does special effects and prop making, but he was doing an Akuma within his garage, and allegedly someone from Capcom came along that he knew, and they said, "This is awesome. We need to release this. You need to make it." So then he went through the process of getting licenses and actually released the original Akuma, but I don't think he really wanted to. But it was all hand sculpted. This is hand sculpted, and
I still don't like it. I think you're trying to give an excuse to something that I don't think is excusable. There is issues here as well. I don't know what's going on with this. What's that about? What's this line running under the shoulder here?
Well, where belt.
Yeah,
that's probably where it's joined.
Yeah, it is where it's joined, and it hasn't been smoothed off, and it hasn't been finished, and it hasn't been covered. It's a complete. His delt looks like a complete circle going around his body, like that arm could just unplug and plug back in.
The other one's fine.
The other one doesn't. The other one has. Me and Joe were looking at it. The other one has it. Also, the teeth and the hair are really untidy. The paint on them is poor. It's fucking poor. At the end of the day, if you had this piece and you got this in now, there'd be murders. There'd be absolute murders. There's hair, there's white all over the damn place, and the teeth are all over the place. It's just really an untidy
there is
piece.
that kind of thing where people have that attachment to classic pieces, like the original pieces, and they do give them a lot of
the 1/3 is better than this. The 1/3 fucking face is better than this whole statue.
It's like when you have an old movie, and you kind of have an old movie, and you say how amazing it is, and then you watch it now, and you still hold it in regard to as you own it.
Yeah, maybe. But I mean, even the kanji, the back of the kanji is like messy. It's all out of the lines. It's untidy. The parts I actually like, funny enough.
The hands.
But you see, that's the funny thing I was going to say, that I actually do like the hands. I like the articulation in the hands, the sort of expression, the feeling that's there, and I really like the colour and paint and the weathering of sort of the guards, the mitts that he's wearing.
Doesn't he get beads, or is that the other one?
Yeah, they get beads. They have all have beads.
Oh yeah, he has. Yeah.
He has beads.
Yeah, I didn't bring them.
Oh, okay. I was just thinking that's something missing.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people just put them sort of on the arm, don't they? They sort of just
yeah.
rest them here because something to do with the fact that they sort of rub, or the paint rubs on the neck, so they don't like.
I think what it was, people put the beads on him when he got shipped.
Oh really?
Yeah, so because look, if you put the beads on him and he's just standing there, it's not going to rub.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I think what it is when people shipped him.
So you mean like people that bought it? I mean, the beads probably came in a bag.
Yeah.
People then put them on the beads, shipped it off to other people and scratched the hell out of it. So now
So people are praying about.
The legend now is you don't put the beads on it because it rubs on the chest, even though it's not moving. The part of it.
What about, so do you see the top gi? Can you undo that knot at the belt and take off that top gi?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Can you actually put it on him?
I don't think you get it on him because of the hands.
The hands, yeah.
Oh, just wondering if it would actually go on. The things that the areas that I do like, actually, I like the back muscularity. Even though it's like not realistic at all, there's something about it that I quite like. I kind of like how his lats are flaring off and he's got this tiny little waist. I like that part. I like the hands.
My least favourite is where the abs go into the obliques. See that out there? That's my least favourite. It's like that.
You mean the serratus muscle groups
That one.
underneath, just in front of the lats? Why? Because they're so big.
Well, no, just see, well, that's the obliques there.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the Radd, so that's the
Yeah.
part that goes into there. I just don't like it. I don't like the sculpt on that, but I don't think it's as bad as you're making out.
Oh, it's bad.
But I think the problem is that you're probably putting it and
Judging it just on the basis that if this came out and maybe let's say it was like a 400 or 500 PCS statue today, I don't think the standards of this hold up. I think traditional sculpting, yes, I like, but it's a bad finish.
Gary's waiting.
What?
Can I just quickly say something in relation to what you said about when this piece was first developed? Was it 2007?
7.
So how far gone had PCS been formed?
Yeah,
This
Now-
is their first piece.
their
Right,
first
so-
piece ever.
Between then and now, obviously technology's moved forward, and obviously the pieces that they've built and made since then have become a lot better.
Well, I've seen the third scale Sagat, and that's hand sculpted, and
That's
that
a
is
different
pretty special.
But again, 100% right. Techniques have massively improved, and you can't. I mean, obviously, this is the problem with seeing a piece that is that old, because we're talking nearly 12 years old. It's a 12-year-old piece, and the techniques have improved massively from that. But saying that, there are certain things that really, for example, the eye paint, the teeth paint, the white paint, they're all sort of the same colour. Yeah, you can change the shades. You can adjust things like that. There's things you can change. Also, you know, this you've managed to smooth out, fill, and correct one arm, but you've left the other. Even in 2007, that's something you shouldn't see.
I reckon in 2007 there was nothing nowhere near like this.
No, I think you're
This
right.
is like, this was probably at the time, this was well ahead of its time, and this was like everyone at the time who saw this, who collected it, were like, wow, I've never seen anything like this before. Probably now, where we are really, really spoiled with the things we get,
Yeah.
we're comparing it in that way, which maybe is the wrong way to look at it. So if we're looking at it for what it was and when it
Then
came
you better
out,
have given it to me in 2007.
well, yeah, but you know,
I can only judge it on what I've seen
I know, but
and what I am looking at. That's the only that's the only fair way I can do it. If I try to be Marty McFly and jump into 2007 and review it, I can do that. But the bottom line is that you can only judge it based on that, and the simple fact
no, I understand
that
that
people will hold this up against other pieces and tell you it's better, and it ain't.
Well, I mean, Omar says this is his best piece out of anything, and every time you ask
There's
him,
no way.
this is his best piece.
I've seen he has better pieces in his garage. They don't even display it in this. But that's what it's about. It's about what you love and about how you like it. For me, I like the veins. I like the hands, and I kind of like the lats in the back. But that's it. Yeah, that's it. I think the rest of it. I don't think this is there.
Well, what did you ask others then, Joe? What do you like?
it's-
What do
it's-
you, no, but what do you like about it?
That's a good
I
point.
like the pose. I mean, the whole thing about Akuma. I mean, when he came in Street Fighter, he was a secret character. So you know, there's a whole like stigma around him.
Cult.
He's a cool
He's a
character.
cult. He's a cult.
And I mean, when he comes into the game, he's sort of like he does that. You know, he sort of
Hovers.
moves across.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like that.
Hovers.
And I mean,
And then
like,
they're on the floor.
just from the artwork and just how they've captured him going like that. I mean, I don't know, just the pose of it. So like, yeah, the paint, you know, especially the teeth, you know. But it does bother me a bit. But if you look at the statue on a whole, I see I see past that, if that makes sense.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, reality.
Yeah, basically the same. You see past all of that, and you got to remember they were selling these things for about 150 quid in Game Shop,
Yeah.
and they couldn't sell it. So then, you know, it got the popularity, and I don't think there was anything like that around in 2007. So stick that with the sentimental side of it and the price, and you know, you just got to give it. It is what it is. It is what it is. It's nothing special.
I think what it is because, you know, the line's been going for a long time, and there's still, you know, it's a big line. So if
Yeah.
anyone's into that line, obviously this
It's like
is
getting the first.
this is
ever
the
one.
hardest one to get.
Yeah.
So if you know, there's a lot of people collecting the whole line, and they're thinking, "Oh shit, I want that Akuma."
Isn't that the same thing? It's romance, right? It's the romance. It's the story.
Yeah.
You know, it's the big fish that you're out to catch, as opposed to once you got it, it's kind of a shit fish. You know what I'm saying?
It's a storyline, isn't it?
But that's what makes it a collectible, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think the point is why this goes for big money and it's so high regarded. It's because everybody looks past the flaws and just sees something that was made a long time ago, hand sculpted, and was like the start. You know, like the starting point. It was like the
Well, that's
thing
what the
that
whole
started it
business.
all.
That's what the whole
Do you know what I
business.
mean?
That started the business, didn't
Yeah,
it?
it's the thing that started it all. So I think it's more the romance of the character and the fact that this is where it all began, as opposed to its qualities. I think that's what it is. Because I just personally can't see how anybody can sort of look at this and go, oh, this is the best piece I've got, unless this is the only piece you've got.
I bet you if you're a die-hard Street Fighter collector though, and you've got loads of pieces, and you'd sell all those pieces and you'd still keep that because of it.
I think you might be right.
You would.
It's the sentiment.
You would then, wouldn't you? Because you're a big Street Fighter collector, right?
I wouldn't let that go.
Yeah, but you're a big Street Fighter collector, isn't it?
Yeah.
Same, right? You let them all go before this one.
Yeah, without.
Why?
I don't know. It just got.
Yeah.
It just means more to me. I don't know, man. I play with Akuma. In the,
Yeah,
you know, when I
him.
play Marvel, I play with Shin Akuma. So I mean, Shin, he's not even from Shin Akuma is from Marvel. Marvel versus Capcom.
That's right.
That's the variant. So you know,
The first time it appeared, you mean?
Marvel versus Capcom. Yeah.
First
So I
time
mean,
that
yeah,
Shin's come out of nowhere.
yeah,
right?
yeah. Like most of the variants, like Mecha Zangief, he's from Marvel.
Yeah, I remember.
I mean, one other thing as well, I like the way that, like the earlier Street Fighter statues, they came with the base as one. There's no parts to it.
So
That's attached to the base.
is it?
Yeah, that's one thing I do like about it, like the Ryu as well.
That's kind of about
The Ken.
concerning, isn't it? A little bit. Like
I don't know. I like that. It's
I didn't know that it doesn't come apart.
Yeah, you were fucking around in the garden.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
one piece. Yeah.
Shit.
So you just take it out and that's it. The head don't come off nothing.
I like the fact that the head doesn't come off though.
Yeah.
I like that fact because actually profile wise, it's Akuma. Head profile. There's the head, the crushed, the bent nose, and the sort of protruding bottom jaw is all perfect, especially with the jawline because he's got this funny eye and cheekbone situation on Akuma that's quite distinctive. So I think that wise it's completely accurate. Yeah, I can't get past. I can't get past seeing that.
And I mean, like these earlier ones, they're all taken from like Super Street Fighter, like you know, like the arcade game, and the graphics weren't the best in that. That's why I think they get away with it a lot of the time with like the next one, the Ryu, where the hands are a bit bigger. Yeah. But when you actually see the piece, you get away with it.
But his hands are massive.
His hands are massive too.
They're trying to replicate the
But they're nowhere as big as the Ryu hands.
Like Wreck-It Ralph. like Marco Riani. Alright, let's measure.
What do you think about it?
I would never buy the Shin version, and I really, really, really would like to see the regular Akuma.
Yeah.
I like the regular Akuma more as a character. Shin Akuma means absolutely nothing to me. Akuma, I would really prefer to see that.
Yeah, but like, what
is it exactly the same sculpt?
It is the same.
Exactly the same. The only thing difference is he's got the jacket on.
Yeah, but you can take it off.
And this.
No, yeah.
I think people do, but I'm not sure if they unstitch the.
Yeah.
And that it don't have the kanji, so it's got that the red paint, the kanji. It's got that just painted on the gi.
Yeah.
And the skin tone's lighter.
Yeah, it's like
more of a pale than.
And red hair, obviously, but I mean.
But I mean, even that regular Akuma, there was meant to be 600, but apparently only 400 were made.
Yeah, that's the same as a few.
Yeah,
because they weren't selling.
Yeah.
So no one actually knows. No one actually knows the number.
I mean, I don't think it's terrible, as you're just saying, and I can see why Some people would buy it, some people really like it. I mean, I had a handful of the Street Fighter pieces, and
I've had a handful of
it would
Street
look
Fighter
fantastic with them. But I could never justify the money it goes for now. What it sells for now.
Yeah, but forget about that. Think about if you paid like a couple of $100s for it, and it was
if
still
it
worth
was-
a couple of $100. Let's
If
just
it was
forget the
if
value.
it was Akuma, and if it was the time and it was $250, $300, whatever it was, and I was collecting and I had other things of that kind of price range. Obviously, back then there was nothing like that, but I think I would enjoy having it. I think it would look great with the Sarai
Of all the Street Fighter pieces you've ever had, you've probably had what, about 6 or 7 in your life?
Yeah.
Where does this rank?
I mean,
See, I've had about 5.
I've had the Meg.
in mind.
I've had the Meg Zangief.
No,
which
just
is
like
actually
where,
really good.
where does it? Is it top?
It's
bottom?
somewhere in the middle. I mean, I don't
Right,
think
see,
it's
for
the
me,
worst.
it's the worst.
I
For
don't
me,
think
it's at the
the
bottom.
worst. I think the E Honda's worse. I think the what one's on that?
Yeah, your Honda's worst.
Yeah. But no, I think it's somewhere in the middle. I don't think it's absolutely
I never
terrible.
had
And I
either.
don't think it's absolutely amazing. But I can see why people. If it's like
I
the
fucking
original, the
stand your
classic,
fence,
and
man.
whatever else.
It's actually bigger
Top
than
of this.
you would have thought. Actually, it's around about 19 inches tall.
Yeah.
So that's around 49 centimeters. You gonna weigh it?
Why not?
Probably around 10 inches wide, so about 26 centimeters, and depth-wise, I think it comes just past their hand. So it's around 9.5 inches, 24 centimeters in depth.
And this, will wait.
Just be
Pick
careful.
it up from the leg. Yeah, pick up. Put one hand around the leg.
No.
Yeah,
just do
just
that.
pick it up.
Just do that. Yeah, it's much safer. Just
Right, waiting for the size. So that
3.5 kilos.
That's 4.35 kilos. Sorry, I thought you were reading it wrong.
No.
The way you said that, 4.35 kilos, which is 9.6 pounds. Gary? Gary puts his hand up like he's
I
in
just
school.
wanted to say, I mean, bearing in mind this was back in 2007, now I know you have your own opinions about the thing maquette, right? Now I'm not too sure how long ago that was
Thing
made.
maquette.
The thing maquette was much after that. The
Right.
thing maquette is a pile of shit, Gary.
I know, that's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying to you. This here is better than that.
Yeah, but
Gary, everything is down in the thing maquette.
All you've got to say is that it's heritage. It's the beginning.
I think it's romance.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
It's
going
a
to say.
story.
I don't think it holds up in quality. I think anybody out there that is standing around saying this is this and this is that, it's purely because they love it, because it's the killer fish that they managed to catch. Whether they got a good deal, whether they paid ludicrous money, I don't care. I think it's more the legend than it is of the quality. I don't think this holds up. I'm sorry, I don't think it holds up. I don't think the quality holds up in any particular way. But I can understand the romance of certain things. But at the end of the day, it's 2018, and you've got to judge by what you've seen all of the time you've been collecting and what you're looking at now. And I personally think Zangief much better. I prefer Guile much more. It's just
the body on Alex is better sculpted.
Alex better. I prefer Alex. I prefer the robed Borat. There's loads. I could pick 30 more that I would choose ahead of this one, and that's because just based on quality. Now I'm actually like Joe. Akuma and Sagat are my 2 favourite characters. Always have been. Always will be. But I really think the 1/3 is a far superior job. That's just my opinion. At the end of the day, quality wise.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just finish it there.
There's lots
To
of
go
red
on,
thumbs.
Apple.
There's loads of red thumbs on the video. How many of
At
these
least
are in
185 or 190.
Depending on what we've got here.
I reckon a load of unsubs.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. And don't unsub. All right. Take care. All right. Who's that signed by, Joe?
Jerry Macaluso.
I don't know.
Mate, I don't know. No, that's not Macaluso. It's the
That's
artist. That's what the like that's the artwork that the
Alvin
statue
Lee.
was taken. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Coming in.
You ready for him?
No, we've got to do
Oh,
this.
yeah, no worries.
What's that sound?
That's me moving in my chair.
Stay
Well,
fucking still.
That wasn't my guts.
I thought it was
That
Gary's
is
stuff.
well, you fuck. Is that you?
No, it's his dream fucking
The
around.
chair.
It sounds like fucking Gary's
It
farting.
sounds like Gary's going to shit himself. That's what it sounds like. Alright.
Right, go.
Everyone, Alex and Raddtitan, Geo. We've already done that, haven't we? We do that. just
You
did
were like a bit of
that.
sleep.
Oh, wait,
mate.
listen, I
You weren't
just
listening.
blacked out for
You
10
were
minutes. I don't know what happened. Right. Alright, everyone. There's Mike. Mike, do you want to come in, Mike, before we start?
Just got
What was Aquaman trailer like?
I didn't get a chance to watch.
Oh, you should have sat like a. Let's go.